Hey, Lestin. Can we talk for a minute?
What is this about?
Well, we've never had a real conversation before, right? We only talk about the war or the Shining Dragon. I want to change that.
Fine. In that case, Yuma, I have something to say to you. I have been watching you fight for a while now. Your swordsmanship is passable, but by no means sufficient.
So, you don't think it's good enough?
For now, yes. I see hesitation in your eyes and little else besides. As it stands, I could not trust you to guard my back in a fight. Although, there is some courage in your gaze and a strong sense of justice.
Yeah, I don't want to spend my entire life just being herded around. I want to be able to protect others, too.
However, a lone blade will accomplish nothing without a hand to guide it. Someone must give direction to your sense of justice. If you are troubled, or if you do not understand something, you may come to me. I will provide what guidance I can.
Thanks, Lestin. I feel like I know you a little better now. Lestin, you know how you told me to come to you? If I didn't understand something, I mean.
I remember well enough. You have a question.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of thinking. About the world, about the war, and about the Shining Dragon's power. And I guess I realized that the only thing I know is that I don't know anything.
Ha! The philosophical approach, is it?
I don't know about that. It's just, the Empire had me in that cell for so long. I barely knew anything about the outside world.
Ah, I see. They controlled you with fear. I imagine that questions or independent thoughts were punished. So, out of self-preservation...
Yeah, it's hard to think for myself sometimes. But after fighting alongside everyone and talking with you, I think I understand more. I'm part of a team of friends, and we're all fighting back together. So the first thing I want to do is get to know the people closest to me.
The people closest to you. Sonia, then? Or perhaps Agnum?
What do you mean? You're right here. I think you're the closest one right now.
Me? Well, I suppose I could talk to you if you're really that curious about me. No. I think it's gotten too late for discussions tonight. Perhaps I'll talk about myself another time.
I'll be looking forward to it, Lestin.
Until then, keep pursuing your training. You still have quite a ways to go.
Don't worry, I'm getting stronger. Someday I'll be able to watch your back in a fight.
I look forward to that day. All right.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to notice the seasons changing from here in the city.
Hardly. You need only pay attention and you'll see telltale seasonal plant life growing by the roadside. That grass.
Grass? It looks like an ordinary weed. Is there something special about it?
This grass can be used as a medicinal herb to treat certain illnesses.
It's that helpful? I had no idea.
You can find it growing almost anywhere, yet most have no idea of its properties, possibly because so few know how to prepare it.
Does that include you, Lestin?
Oh, I know how to use it, of course. Elven culture dictates that we live in harmony with nature in all aspects of our lives.
So every elf would know, say, how to tell an edible mushroom from a poisonous one?
Oh, I wouldn't say everyone knows, but it's certainly common knowledge among elves.
Wow, I had no idea.
I didn't discover all this myself, of course. I've simply inherited knowledge that has been passed down over many generations.
So you learned all that from your family?
Not just my family. Well, to me, everyone in my homeland feels like family of a sort.
Wow, so it's not just Kirika. You're that close to everyone else, too. Oh, look, Lestin, they've got shaved ice at that stand. Want to get some?
I'm afraid I don't see the point. Isn't it simply crushed ice and fruit juice? If you're thirsty, you need only drink water. Why go to such lengths to freeze it just so you can eat it like this?
I guess I see your point, but why don't you just try it? It'll taste good, I promise.
I suppose, if you insist.
Excuse me, one please. Okay, eat up. Get a big heaping spoonful.
Right, if you say so.
How was it?
I confess, I do like this crunchy texture. It's hardly the most nutritional thing, but the flavor itself is not bad.
See? If you make judgments before you even try it, then you're gonna miss out.
True. I suppose you never know until you try. Shopkeep, one more if you please.
Huh?
Didn't you want one too, Yuma? Allow me to treat you, as thanks for introducing it to me.
It wasn't that big a deal, really.
You needn't be so modest. You gave me a new experience, and that surely deserves a reward.
Okay, I guess I'll take it, if you don't mind. I'm glad he liked it. It feels like we're a little closer now.
Yes.
I'm glad the weather turned out so nice. With all those clouds yesterday, I was worried there would be a storm.
If you had observed the clouds' movements, you would have seen easily that there would be no rain. It seems you have much to learn.
You already knew it wouldn't rain today? That's amazing, Lestin. Huh? Is that boy crying? He's just huddling up and petting that dog by the roadside.
What do I do? Everyone says it's too late. How do I save him?
I wonder, what's wrong with the dog? Is it sick?
I can see that you want to help him. Allow me to assist. Perhaps there is something we can do.
Thanks, Lestin. Hey, is that dog okay? It looks like he's hurt.
Well, he hasn't been eating and he hasn't moved since yesterday and... There's only people doctors in town. Nobody knows what to do when a dog's sick. Please, I want to help him.
I can take a look. Allow me.
Do you know what's wrong with him?
Patience. Excuse me, but I need to see inside your throat.
Lestin!
Hey, he's trying to help you.
Calm down, both of you. He's just afraid. Come on, let go. I can't do much to help with your jaws around me. Much better. Now, open wide. Look this way. Let's see.
Lestin, you're bleeding.
Irrelevant. The dog's condition is what matters right now.
Mister, how bad is it?
He's fine. Should be back to normal in 2 days, perhaps 3.
Really?
Yes, it's barely more than a cold. Help him get plenty of fluids and make sure to change his drinking water.
Thank you so much. But mister, your hand...
Don't worry. This will heal in no time. You just make sure to take care of that dog. Understand?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're really kind, Lestin.
Anyone would have done the same. Our instincts demand that we help those who work hard or value their friends. And besides...
What?
I saw you wanted to help him. That was more than enough justification for me.
Lestin's amazing. I want to be able to help people the same way he does.
Yes. Those look heavy. Here, I'll carry half.
Oh, thanks. Wait, that's your injured hand. Are you okay?
You're still worried about that? Really, it was quite some time ago. It's long since healed. I shouldn't have any problems holding a weapon.
Oh, well, okay then.
You certainly worry a lot, Yuma. Just like Kiriko when we were little. She'd see I hurt myself in training and burst into tears.
If Kiriko heard you talking like that, I'm sure she'd have some specific words for you.
You're right. I spoke without thinking. Strange. Talking with you feels almost like having a little brother.
A little brother, huh? Well, if I had an older brother like you, maybe I would have acted just like Kiriko did.
Right. You're an only child. I apologize. Perhaps that was insensitive of me to speak of.
It's okay. It's not your fault. Things were different back when I was captured. But now you're all here for me. So I'm not alone anymore. I'm not alone anymore.
Would you like to know about Master Elise? About your mother?
My mom? Where is this coming from?
Even if you aren't alone anymore, family is still important. I think it might be good for you to know as much as you can of her life.
Yeah, I'd love to know about my mom. If it's okay to ask.
Let's see. Where to begin? Perhaps I'll talk about the time I hurt myself. That seems only appropriate.
How did that happen?
Well, I used to be quite reckless. When I caused myself harm, she would roar that I needed to learn to take better care of myself. And I yelled back, insisted that I was not afraid of being hurt. But she told me that to hurt myself was to hurt the ones I love. That woke me up. I couldn't help but remember seeing you so worried for my sake.
So my mom was always looking out for you.
You could say that. It was a long time ago, but she often cared for my wounds. Disinfectant, bandages.
I don't know if I've ever seen you this happy, Lestin.
Perhaps I'm just relaxing for once.
That's not a bad thing. You've got to loosen up sometimes, or you'll snap.
You truly do have a kind heart, Yuma.
Just like my mom, huh?
No, just like you.
I don't know how to react when he says all this. It's embarrassing, but in a good way.
Yuma, what's the matter? Not still nervous, are you?
I'm fine. I'm not worried. We prepared as much as we could, so all that's left is...
to fight as hard as we can. Yes. Listen, Yuma. There's a difference between being brave and foolish. We can't afford to lose you out there. Only act once you've assessed the field. If you find yourself in trouble, I'll be there to bail you out. And I'd appreciate it if you could do the same for me. Brothers in arms know when to have each other's backs, after all. Effective cooperation is the secret to survival, if not to victory itself.
Of course I'll have your back, Lestin. Thanks. Finally, it's all over.
Yes. Georg is dead, and no catastrophe is coming. Thank goodness. With that crisis seen to, I imagine the war effort will simply change focus and become the restoration effort. We'll likely go our separate ways. But this is a time to celebrate, I believe. We've restored the peace, saved the world.
Separate ways, huh? It never occurred to me we might split up at the end of all this. Sonia's busy rebuilding Astoria. I heard Agnum's going on a journey. Kirika and Rinna are going back to Welland. But I'm not alone, am I?
Yuma, consider. Would you like to visit Welland, my homeland?
Welland. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd like that someday.
Someday wasn't part of the question. I'm asking you to come back with me right now.
In that case, yeah. I want to go. Show me around Welland.
Word is, things are, struggling a bit from the war. Restoring Welland to its former glory is a daunting mission, but one I'm willing to accept.
The real battle starts now and all that.
Exactly. Not quite one fought with swords, but a battle nevertheless, to help as many people back onto their feet as we can. Compassion shall be our weapon, and understanding our armor. I think I've begun to see why the Shining Dragon chose you as his champion. He knew the world would need compassionate souls more than ever.
Yeah. I want his legacy to be a peaceful world. A world without sorrow.
Agreed. We certainly have our work cut out for us.
There's a lot about this stuff I still don't know. Can I rely on you, Lestin?
Of course. Not to worry, Yuma. I'll be right here for you. Whenever something's on your mind, simply ask. Remember?
Thank you, but that goes both ways now. If you want to talk anytime, we can talk. I want to help you, too.
Beg pardon? You've already pulled more than your share of my weight, Yuma. Do you realize what a calming presence you are? What it means to me, simply having you here.
I could tell you the same. It's good to know I'm not alone.
Yuma, should I continue expecting to find you at my side? Today, tomorrow, till the end?
Yeah, I want to stay with you, Lestin. Forever.
Forever, eh? Well, now you've gone and done it. Very well. Yuma, I name you my lieutenant and right hand from this day forth. Do you accept?
Yeah, of course I do.